not going nowhere. It turns out the RGB LED controller, the DMX module, does not support a strobe feature. It is only RGB, and it'll do a solid white on, which is all three combinations of red, green, and blue, but it will not strobe. And so therefore what we had to do was hook up a separate 12-volt strobing module, and it's not exactly the effect that I want. I would like a constant strobe so that I can adjust the strobe myself afterwards, but for the effect that I'm going for, I just want a really quick white strobe when I'm not fading to all the colors, and it won't last for very long, so this will pretty much give me the effect that I want. And there is a strip of LEDs, just white LEDs, they're really common ones, going straight down the center in between all the fiber optics, and I space them apart, and this is where planing comes into effect. I space them apart so that each LED rests right in between two fiber optic hair posts or columns, whatever you want to call them. In another effort to take some of the stress off of these dangling wires, I bent this piece and it kind of goes on like that. We're going to affix the Molex connector to the steel, and then we're going to probably just epoxy it to here, since we got two different materials, steel and aluminum. Even if I did it out of aluminum, I don't have an aluminum welder. So this is just going to kind of act as a spring, take some of the load off of this. This is the center LED strip being held in by some zip ties at the moment. I just used some 1-minute quick set epoxy to hold it in place. There's some irregular surfaces between the holders and the hot glue. It could have been a little prettier, but I just want to get this thing functional at this time, and these are going to hold it in. After all the epoxy sets, we're going to cut these things off, and we should be able to affix our trim piece. Now that this piece is definitely set and cured, it's not going nowhere, I got a little piece of our double-sided tape. This is the Outdoor Stuff by 3M. Some call it VHB, very high bond. It works really, really well. And we're just going to meet these two pieces. One of the things we wanted to watch out for is the zip tie slipping. So I cut grooves in the Molex connector and that little metal piece. Now even when I try to move it, it doesn't want to move. I don't have to worry about that sliding down or sliding off. Alright, I feel pretty good about that.